Why is solar so expensive in the United States? In this video, I'm going to break it all down for you. First, I'll show you what it actually costs to go solar with cash. Then we'll look at what you'll pay if you choose a solar lease. And finally, we'll also dive into DIY solar installs. Yes, those are a thing and whether they are actually worth it. So what actually goes into a solar system? Let me walk you through the main components of a typical residential system. First up, solar panels. This is the most visible and also the most important. Premium high efficiency panels like the REC Alpha Pure 470 watt panels cost around 65 cents per watt. Each 470 watt panels cost $306. That's 470 watts multiplied by 65 cents equals $306. In general, expect top tier panels to range between 50 and 65 cents per watt. Next, you've got the inverters. These convert solar power into usable electricity for your home. The two big names in the US are Enphase and SolarEdge, and they both average around 40 cents per watt. Then there is the racking system. This is the hardware that secures panels to your roof. Now, today, systems use aluminum rails and butyl-based feet, which are long-lasting and water-sealed. There are a lot of components needed to secure the rails to your roof. Most modern systems use butyl-based splice feet that are screwed onto your roof decking or rafters. Butyl seals the footings, and they won't leak for the next 30 years or more when properly installed. There's a host of other specialized bolts and clamps used to attach the panels to the racking of the roof. The cost of the racking averages around 30 cents a watt. The last major component is electrical and wiring, also called balancer system. This includes all the behind the scenes stuff: solar disconnects, sub-panels, breakers, wiring, conduits, monitoring equipment, basically everything that links your system to your main electric panel. So let's add up the total material cost. Panels are 60 cents per watt, inverters 40 cents, racking 30 cents, electrical 15 cents. That gives you $1.45 per watt. For a 10 kilowatt system, you're looking at around $14,500 in pure material costs. In countries like Germany and Australia, the material costs are about the same. The big difference, it's all in the soft costs in the US. Permitting, red tape, labor, dealer fees, marketing, all that drives the price way up. So let's look at how things start to get expensive in the US. And it's not because solar companies are greedy. The real issue is soft costs. Every township has its own rules and fees. To get even started, you need to submit 2 or more printed and engineer stamped solar designs, even though most of them use the same cookie cutter templates over and over. Getting these designs reviewed, printed, and sealed by licensed engineers and electricians can easily add another 5 cents per watt to your cost. Then there's the permit fees charged by the local governments. That's often another 6 to 9 cents per watt, depending on your township. Throw in state paperwork, incentive filings, and it's a full-blown bureaucratic maze. Now let's talk labor. The people actually installing the panels and wiring everything up. Between solar install crews and licensed electricians, there's another 35 to 50 cents per watt added on. So now just materials plus labor puts your solar costs at around $2.10 per watt. And we're not done yet. The solar company still has to cover its sales, marketing, and overhead, plus make a reasonable profit. Depending on the company, this could add anywhere from 40 cents to over $1 per watt. And that's how you end up in the US solar pricing between $250 and $350 per watt, meaning a 10 kilowatt system will typically cost between $25,000 and $35,000, depending on who you go with. Bigger companies usually have bigger margins and overheads, but local companies like mine, My Solar Home, we can offer much better pricing without sacrificing equipment quality or install standards. Now, if you're considering a solar lease, you might wonder how all this applies. Companies still build in all their material, labor, and margin costs into a lease just like a cash sale. The difference is how you pay. No upfront costs, but a monthly payment spread over 25 years. Most leases go up every year by 2.9%. For example, a larger national installer might offer you a lease that starts at $130 per month with an escalator. Whereas at my solar home, I could offer you the same system at $120 per month with no escalator or a smaller one. Now, when comparing solar leases, don't just look at the monthly payment. Calculate the total cost over 25 years. That's your true cost of ownership. So, if two companies are offering you a 10 kilowatt system, compare their lease terms over the full contract. One might seem cheaper month to month, but could end up costing you thousands more in the long run. And just to put things in perspective, in Germany, Australia, and much of Europe, they don't have these soft costs. Permitting is streamlined, labor is cheaper, and their sales structures are leaner. And that's why a 10 kilowatt system there often sells for under $2 a watt or under $20,000. Makes you think, doesn't it? Now, if you're looking for the absolute lowest cost, going DIY solar might seem like the way to go. And yes, on paper, DIY can be the cheapest option, but let's be real, there are some big barriers, especially if you're trying to connect your system to the grid. For a grid tied system, the approval process is no joke. You're dealing with permits, utility interconnection, paperwork, building inspections, and more, all from multiple agencies. Unless you're already experienced or working with a professional who can guide you through it, it can feel like navigating a maze blindfolded. And that's just the red tape. On the technical side, you're dealing with high voltage DC wiring, grounding, inverter compatibility, and racking systems that aren't exactly plug and play. Trust me, this is not like swapping out a light switch. Get it wrong, and you're risking not just performance, but also safety and code violations. I have known DIYers who have ended up with thousands of dollars in unused solar gear sitting in their garage. Panels that don't match their inverters, clamps that don't fit the rails, racking systems that don't line up with their roof structure. It happens all the time. Unless you have experienced guidance, I'll steer clear of a grid tied DIY project. Now, off grid DIY setups are a little more flexible. You can bypass some of the permitting steps, but they bring in a new set of challenges, like correctly sizing your system for year round reliability, making sure your battery storage won't leave you in the dark. If you're even thinking about going DIY or just want an honest second opinion, reach out to me at mysolarhome.us or email solar@mysolarhome.us or call me 609-908-3700. I'll help you avoid expensive mistakes and find the best solution for your home, whether it's full service, hybrid, or DIY with a little backup. Let's make your solar journey simple, smart, and stress free. If this video helped you understand solar pricing better, hit that like and subscribe button for more honest solar content. Thanks for watching.